Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little video about week in the life. I am going to start off showing you my week in the life from last year, and then I will show you what I decided to do for this year. So hopefully, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my lighting. I know it's not the best, but hopefully the lighting is okay, and hopefully there's not too much of a glare, but here we go. So this is my week in the life from last year. So last year was my first year that I did this project, and I really did it in a very like Ali Edwards type way. And not that I don't enjoy that type of scrapbooking, but I feel like this book is not really my style. So last year I was starting this for the first time, and I did all the prep parties and everything, and I kind of went with a type of scrapbooking that I feel like Ali was really promoting for Week in the Life. And of course, she always states that, you can do this in any way that you want. But for me, I kind of went with her way. And so I feel like the style of this entire album is quite Ali Edwards style and not really mine, but I am glad to have this documented. And now I would probably do it a little bit differently, but I do have this entire week documented, and I am happy to have that, and I'm going to share it now. So what I did was I did really like a batch scrapbooking thing for every day, which is a very Ali Edwards type method. So first I'm going to show you day one, and then all of the other days of the week will basically repeat that same kind of like foundation. So every day I started off with a photograph of myself, and I tried to do like self timer photos and things like that. So this was me at my desk or my I guess dining room table, and I also stamped the time on all of these. So I have a little roller stamp. I think it might be an Ali Edwards stamp, but I really love that, and I mean I don't use it enough, so really happy to use it throughout this project. So this is a 6x8 album. This is the Ali Edwards album, so this is just a full-size 6x8 picture. Started off with the large number, and then on the back, I would do a 6x8 photo that had Will in it. So just in different ways. So here he was, like probably on our lunch break, chilling on the couch in our TV room. So the next thing that will be on each page is Ali kind of gave you a prompt for journaling for each day. And this day was Today I. So I printed this off on vellum, and I did different things. Today I'm very thankful to be safe at home, able to work from home, able to work from home with my mom. It has been such a wonderful thing during these uncertain times. So I did a lot of journaling throughout here. And speaking of that, I'm sure you could guess, but if this was Week in the Life from last year, that was May of 2020. So this was still right in the time when the pandemic was pretty like new. So there's going to be a lot of kind of pandemic-y type things in here, which I do think it's really cool to have a week in the life from that time, because how interesting to kind of show what life was like. And even though now it hasn't changed that much, at the time this was so like unprecedented. So it's pretty cool, I think, to have it documented. So the next thing I did for every day was I had these really cute little cell phone cutouts that were from a tech kit from Ali Edwards. They were really old. So I adhered two of them back to back. I just attached some double-sided pattern paper here to punch my holes. And then I would do screenshots from my phone for every day of different things. A lot of them have to do with coronavirus, or like this was an update about the Alanis Morissette concert me and my mom were supposed to attend that year and how it got postponed. So I think that was a really fun thing to add to this album, since there was so much like that we were learning about coronavirus and stuff at the time. The next thing I did for every day was I used these 4x6 pockets, and I did two, one on each side, landscape type photos of something that was going on throughout the day. Then I made my own little card, and I would basically write on this card kind of an overview of the day and different things that happened and whatnot, things like that. So this picture is of me and my mom working from home together. So a few times throughout that month, maybe April and May, I did go and work down at my parents' house with my mom because she was recovering from like a really scary back issue that had happened in March. So she was still having a lot of back pain at this point. Luckily, she has recovered, which is amazing. But at this time, it was still a little scary. So I would go down and, work with her. So that is what that is of. Then on the back side, every day I decided to take a picture of something from around the house that I could tell a story about. So this one, I took a picture of all of our mugs in our cabinet, and I just wrote a little story about the mugs and how, they represent so many different things from our life together and, different things like my bachelorette party, trips to Disney, trips we've gone on together, just all kinds of stuff like that. Then I started in on the 3x4 cards. So these are just additional things that happened throughout the day, things I was doing on my lunch break, what my surroundings looked like with work, breakfast, my puppy, other puppies, Will giving me my vitamins. And then like here, if anything was going on, such as I was listening to a podcast or watching a TV show or anything like that, I would include those in here as well. And these are in a Creative Bubble cards that I have, printable cards, and everything else is mostly just from Allie Edwards, as I'm sure that you can tell. Right around this time, we had a tree fall on a couple cars, actually. You might remember that story from a past video, but this was actually our cat is back there sitting on the big tree we had gotten cut down. So I would just put, this is a card from Allie Edwards. So I had one of these for every day. And then I'd put a picture. And then on the back, I would put another photo. And then I would do my gratitude for the day, which Allie had these cards. So I would do just a different thing for my gratitude each day. This one was that I was thankful that I lived on the same property as my parents, especially during COVID. We were all like quarantining together, which was really amazing. So now you'll see that I follow that same formula for each day. So here's Tuesday. So here is the picture of me. I was getting out of the shower. Picture of Will. It was a rainy day, so him and Penny are like looking longingly outside. All of my journaling, loving, loving, loving was the topic. More screenshots from my phone, funny memes with the mask. Here's another one just about the day. I tried to take like pictures from different angles. So I'm kind of on the floor there getting the doggies from a different angle. That's our living room. Here I talked about our spice rack we had gotten because I was telling the story of how Will does all the cooking in the house and how he wanted a new spice rack. And I had ordered this one off of Amazon, and it was really fun kind of getting all of our spices together. If there was anything interesting with the weather, I would document that. So it was raining, so I documented that. This was like one of the the grocery pickups, whenever we weren't grocery shopping in person. And this was the first time that we actually got toilet paper, like since the pandemic started. So this was, May, I'm sure I have the dates on here, May 12th. So it's pretty funny. We were like really excited to receive this toilet paper. Banana bread, which I think everyone during the pandemic made banana bread at some point, and that was a huge staple for our house. So there is the banana bread there that I had made. Lunch that Will was making. We watched The Truman Show that night, that movie. This was funny. Will was kind of like sandwiched in between our two couch pillows. I had left him to go into the craft room for a little bit after work, and I came back and he was asleep like that. Us watching our movie, and my gratitude was all the quality time that me and Will were getting to spend together since, the pandemic. We really were on opposite work schedules, so it was really cool for us to have all that time together. Wednesday, same thing. I got a kind of interesting selfie with my mom when we were walking to the mailbox. We would take little walks during the day, so I tried to get a lot of the sky. So that's what that is. And then this one of Will is him in our bedroom when I think he had a headache or something, and he was trying to kind of just relax for a little bit. So I snapped a photo. Then this day it was facts and feelings. So this was kind of interesting because it was just about me, but also about things that were going on because of the pandemic. And I do think that this journaling will be really rewarding in the future. So here was more coronavirus cases, and these were some text messages in a group text with some of my work friends. So at the time, we weren't used to not going in every day and not seeing each other every day. So that was kind of, sweet. Here, I decided to take another shot of kind of my work station. So this will be like whatever I'm watching in the background, and then my two work computers. Once again, talked about the day. Over here, I took a picture of, this is kind of my little gallery wall in my craft room. So I took a picture of that and just wanted to talk about how all of these little things in my craft room kind of represent different parts of me, and how I'm so thankful to have this room and this little space that's mine and all that kind of stuff. Here, eating the banana bread, what we ate for lunch, just little snaps of my fam throughout the day. It was a nice day, so I took a little screenshot of that. Greta, there's a lot of pictures of Greta in here, and if y'all follow along regularly, you will know that she passed away in January, and so seeing her in here is really special. And I did get a lot of like kind of daily pictures with her. So this was like the one and only time Will was playing Animal Crossing. So just like everyone in the world, we got Animal Crossing at the beginning of quarantine, and I was really into it. And then I had stopped. Will started playing it during this week and kind of never picked it up again. So it's just kind of funny because, I know that's what he's playing, and we had stopped playing it. So here, my gratitude was the little walks with my mom and just how her back was feeling better and stuff like that. Day 4. So for this one, I put the camera on a shelf in my room and did a self-timer photo of my desk. So this is my little desk area in my craft room. And I was on my lunch break, probably in here working on this book. And there's a picture of Will out front letting Poppy out. And even things like this change. Now we have a big fenced-in backyard, so we rarely take her out on a leash anymore. She normally just goes out in the yard. So even little things like this remind you of that time. This is some and most, which I remember this was kind of a challenge. It's kind of like some days and most days. So that was kind of an interesting topic. And these are just fun that Allie gives you these it's kind of just a journaling prompt so that you could do that in any way that you want. But I like having kind of a prompt so that I had something to write about every day. Here I started talking, Disney. I was always getting the updates about Disney World. And this was about our favorite restaurant, Pho Ben, and how they were going to start reopening for takeout. So that was a very exciting message that we saw on Facebook. Another picture of our beautiful Greta. So here, once again, by following the Allie Edwards method, one thing that was super fun was her encouragement to try photography in different ways. So I did have a lot of fun with that throughout the week to try to get more candid photos, to try to get like things like this. This was on our little walk, and I set the camera down on the ground or my phone and took a picture of our legs, me and my mom, and with Greta in between us. And then here, of course, is my journaling about the day. This day, I talked about this little shelf that I have in the bathroom and how now, in addition to necklaces and, hair stuff, there's masks. And so that was kind of crazy at the time, to have all these masks. And now, of course, I have so many more than that. But that was kind of an interesting topic. And then here, once again, just kind of like my notes for work. The doggies staring at me. I'm like in our bedroom, and the pretty irises that bloom out in our backyard, taking the dogs for a walk. Here was Will because he went and got us Pho Ben, and that's our favorite. So that was really exciting because we hadn't eaten it since like the pandemic started. And then we were watching this show on Netflix. And then here for the gratitude, this was just for time, and how before COVID, I always felt like I was so time poor. And I was having to go into the office every day, and I would be so tired, and I was trying to fit everything in, and I was having a lot of trouble, and how I just was kind of grateful for this kind of reset and how I was able to be at home all the time with my family and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I talked about there. And then here we have Friday. So here I tried to take kind of an interesting photo where I put the phone kind of on the ledge of our shower, and then I took a self-timer photo where I could see myself in the mirror in the bathroom. And then here's Will, probably him. So he was completely out of work at this point. He is a tattoo artist for a living, and this was kind of right at the beginning of the pandemic. So, of course, he wasn't working and I was working from home. So there's a lot of pictures of Will just kind of around the house. So he's, doing something in our TV room in the morning. This topic or this journaling topic was around here. So I talked about a lot of different things that were going on. Another different screenshots of different things. I love this meme. So I love adding I tried to find things that were relevant to the time. Here's Will cooking something for us to eat. And on the back, I told a picture of all of these stacks of art we had collected that we were wanting to get frames and stuff for. So of course this stuff has been framed and put on the wall for a long time now. And then I just talked about the TV room that it was going into, and it kind of prompted different stories there. Here are just pictures of our dogs and cats, and there's my mom when we were walking Greta. Another self-timer shot of me. Of course, my hair, like you can see, my roots were getting crazy because I wasn't going to get my hair done. Here, my gratitude is about my craft room and having crafty time throughout the day, which I definitely wasn't used to because I normally went into work every day and I would only craft on the weekends. Now we're up to Saturday, and this was a really special day because actually this day of Week in the Life was the first time that me and my mom had gotten out and gone into a store or anything since COVID started. So during this week, our Starbucks opened for, drive-through only. So this is a picture of me waiting for our Starbucks drinks, which was really exciting. I just got my mom to take that picture. On the back, I have a picture of Will cooking us dinner. And then this prompt was Saturdays are for, so I did that one. Here, more stuff about Disney, and then these were some texts with my friend Shelby. Will went out. He loves to look at trains and stuff, so I asked him to take a photo while he was out, so he did, and that's what that is. Here, I talked about my friends and how I had texted with Shelby a lot, and I think my friend Casey called me, and just how I had missed my friends so much during this time, so... Here's random pictures from the day. So like I said, this was so crazy to be out and about. So me and my mom at Target with our mask. Greta, of course, this was the social distancing things at the store, which now, of course, we're so used to, This was the first Starbucks that we had had in months. This was some vegan cookie dough, Ben & Jerry's that I got while we were out. I was watching Dead to Me while we were crafting. Just different little pictures. This is, how empty the aisles were at Target. And my gratitude was being able to get out of the house and actually go into a store and stuff. And then the last day, Sunday, I took this crazy up close picture of me and Will, which isn't the most flattering, but it was kind of fun and funny to take. So I did that. And then on the back, I just have a picture of Will playing Animal Crossing with Penny. And this prompt was, I want to remember. And then here I have some more screenshots. And this was a snap that my friend Shelby posted. She takes beautiful photos. She's a photographer, and I had sent her some flowers throughout the pandemic, and she took some really cool photos whenever they were actually dying, and they were so cool. So she had tagged me in this, so I screenshot that. Here is another self-timer shot of me cleaning, along with the story about the day. This was a story about the pantry and how I had cleaned it out recently, but also a story about how now we have flour in the pantry and we had Kleenexes, and we were starting to build the pantry back up because during the really those first few days and months of quarantine and everything, we couldn't find flour, we couldn't get a lot of the ingredients that we needed. So, and then just more pictures of the day, more showers. I love this picture of Will and Poppy. doing laundry, watering the plants, listening to My Favorite Murder while I cleaned. There is Will, and here's me vacuuming. And then here we were about to watch a movie, and this is just that I'm grateful that I gave this project a try and how I was so happy to have completed this. So, how I did this was every day basically I would take my pictures. And mostly every day I came in and completed the day at the end of my work day, or sometimes on the weekends, I would just, have my journaling. Sometimes I would type up my journaling throughout the day, or I would just come and sit down and do it at the end of my workday. So that's just how I personally work. I'm just better in the moment at scrapbooking, and I like to complete my project. I'm definitely like a completist when it comes to my scrapbooking and stuff like that. So I know this video is a little long. I hope that's okay, but I wanted to show you my album that I did for this year. So this year I did a completely different approach. So first of all, I am using a Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters, and yes, I am using it upside down. If you can see that, it's all right. But this is a Storyline Chapters that I have other stuff in this album, but I just decided that I was going to take a few pages and use it for my week in the life. So let me see if I can zoom in here real quick. Okay, I tried my best here, so I hope you can see this okay, but I tried to kind of get you a little closer. But so for this one, so this is what I did this year. So originally I thought, okay, I want to do Week in the Life again, but I knew I didn't want to do it in such a big detailed thing like I did last year. So I immediately thought of using a Life Crafted album, which is what I used for December Daily and my self-love album. So I have all those videos on my channel if you're interested in looking at those. So I had originally thought I'm going to do one of those. But then Monday came, took a few pictures, really just wasn't crazy into it. And I thought, I don't know what all I'm going to get this week. So then I remembered that Retro Hip Mama on Instagram last year, I just kind of remembered her project from last year, and she did something similar to this where she kind of printed pictures off small, did a little bit of journaling kind of in the way of like eating, listening, watching, kind of like a currently list. And I love currently lists. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do it like that. So that's what I decided to do. So I just used a lot of products, from Pink Fresh Studio. All of the alphas at the top are from Simple Stories, from like an alpha book that I have. And I just thought I'm going to do what I can. So I'm going to show you each day. So here for Monday, I just have pictures of me in the mirror, my Uncrustables, what we ate for lunch, phone call with my work buddy, more flowers outside, what we ate for dinner. This is, of course, my sticker obsession, the BFF Sticker Club on Instagram. Every Monday they do a live video, so I always attend that. And then on the side, I just put a little bit of journaling about what I was eating, listening, watching, loving. I decided to do today's overall rating, which I thought was fun. Over here, I have my coffee and my oatmeal. I have a picture of our cat, my kind of current work view, Will in bed, and then the puppies. I sent out some happy mail and our dinner. So just little things about every day. And I would change what I wrote about. I did drinking, eating, receiving, hoping. And today's rating was only a 2. So I didn't have a great Tuesday. But I also used the fail sticker. I loved being able to use all of these stickers and different embellishments from the Pink Fresh collections. It's from the same Keeping It Real on Some Days collections, but it was really fun to be able to use a lot of those. So for this one, I also have my toast, and me and my mom walked to the mailbox, pretty flowers. Will did some laundry. That's my little sticker bomb for the BFF Sticker Club for that week. Over here for Thursday, just more little things that are going on. My dad's been landscaping the front of our house. A picture with my parents' doggy Mono. My mom made us tacos. Just little odds and ends. For Friday, me and my mom went out and got Starbucks in the morning. A picture with Penny that I loved. Will cooking, of course. I'm just very happy that it was Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, I had a great day where I went to Target with my mom, and then we got that flat tire. My friend Shelby came over that day, which was awesome. We cleaned the house, and I finally had chocolate in the house again. I love to melt chocolate and dip raspberries in it, and I finally had that again, so I was super happy. Almost had a perfect day, but I had to take a little off for the flat tire. And then we had Sunday, which did get the full rating, which is awesome. I tried to work a little overtime in the morning, had my Pepsi, uh, picture with Poppy that I love as well. Will had a friend over, just different things like that, which was really fun to document. So I hope you can see all those okay. And then, since of course there's an odd number, I just took a picture of some of our like hallway artwork and just snapped a photo of that and put a few embellishments on there. So you can see that with Week in the Life, you can definitely go either way. I went really kind of complex and did a lot for last year. And then this year, I decided to just do a much chiller version. And this feels more me. The colors feel more me. The type of documentation feels more me. But I don't not love the other album. I'm happy that I have it, and it's a really cool snapshot into my life, but so is this. So, the moral of the story is you can put as much time or as little time into projects like that, but they're all awesome, and you're going to love looking back on them regardless. So I really just enjoyed this project a lot, and I was able to use up some more of this memory planner, and I think it's really great. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I had a great time showing you all of my Week in the Life stuff so far. So I can't wait for next year's project, and who knows how I will document it at that point. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it was chatty. I know it was kind of long, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, and please consider subscribing if you haven't. And I will be back at you this weekend with more content. Hopefully soon I will be able to create even more and put out about 3 videos a week, which is my new goal. And I think I will be able to achieve that very soon. So I hope y'all are having a great day. If you did do Week in the Life, or if you want to talk about anything like that further, I would love it if you would follow me on Instagram at Leilani_scraps. I shared photos of this all week while I was working on this project. So, all right, guys, I think I've rambled enough, but I hope y'all are having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye, y'all.